Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
That we are here together indeed. Thank you for being here on Storytime, and welcome. We do have a wonderful story. Happy Thursday wherever you are, and indeed it is Thursday and it is a special day for Papa. But why? Well, join in and find out in our story today. This one is called Our Favorite Day, and join in and enjoy this one, written and illustrated by JOOWON OH, and we're reading this one with permission of the publishers, Candlewick Press. Thank you so much for joining in, and I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you remember it, or indeed I hope that we can refresh your memory today with this heartwarming, beautiful book. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. The last time this one was on Storytime was in March of 2021. Yeah, it's been a while, but we're glad to bring it back. And it's been a week, definitely, of going back on some favorites and realizing, oh, they are still also special. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. As always, let us know where you're joining in from and who is joining in with you. Always a pleasure to be here with you. Hugs to each and every one of you that is joining us right now for the live, or indeed if you're joining us later for the recordings, still giving you some love as well. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. I'm glad that you took the time to be with us today here to enjoy another beautiful story, and of course to enjoy being in community together. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. How's the weather where you are today? Out here in Oakland and the Bay Area in general, cooler than normal temperatures for this time of the year. We are enjoying them now. Thank you so much. It has been a miserable few past days, and now it is finally mild and I think better. Thank you so much. Of course, if you like cooler weather, then this is the place for you to be this week. Thank you so much for joining in. We're actually expecting some rain maybe to come through on Sunday. So yes, good times out in the Bay. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime, and I'm glad that you are here with us. I hope you're ready for this wonderful book that we have together today. Good morning to you, Marietta. How are you doing? Good to see you here on Storytime, and to say good morning from what feels like the start of fall in Massachusetts. Happy Thursday indeed. Thank you so much for joining in. I am glad that you are here, and I hope that you have a lovely rest of the day. Marietta, I'm still waiting to see the progress on that work. Thank you so much. All the studio work, please share. Thank you so much for joining in. And Henry, of course, we give you love, and we hope that you are having a wonderful time at school. Thank you so much for being here on Storytime, Marietta. I appreciate you from out in Massachusetts. Thank you for joining in. And good morning to you, Nathan and Sarah in sunny and bright Illinois. Thank you so much for joining in. I am glad that you are here with us on Storytime. Thank you. And a very big good morning to you, Amanda West. Thank you so much for joining in. And I saw the soccer progress. Congratulations congratulations. May the team continue to have fun. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Absolutely love it that you are here with us. And good morning to you, Storytime's on Lydia Yamaguchi. Good morning to you and happy birthday to you as well. Yes, it is your birthday. I hope that you have a blast today. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you and happy birthday one more time, Lydia Yamaguchi. Thank you so much for joining us on Storytime. Hope your morning is okay and hope you have an even better day. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Good morning to you, Soraya, and of course Sharon Lungo out here in Oakland. Thank you for joining us for Storytime today. I am glad that you are here for this, my favorite time. Yes, and today we will be reading our favorite day. This one coming to you from June 1R, and this one we're reading with permission of Candlewick Press. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Glad that we are here together. Thank you, and indeed thank you for saying good morning to us. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. Hugs, hugs, hugs. Get ready for our story. Yes, get comfortable, get cozy, and get ready for our story for today. Our favorite day coming up very, very shortly. So for now, go, 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 go. Grab what you need and come back to your Storytime set. If you're ready, cozy and ready, well, give us 1 minute. We'll be right back after this short break to enjoy Storytime together. Thank you to all for being here with us, and indeed thank you for all your amazing positivity that you bring to the Storytime community. Thank you so much for being here. Join me on the other side of this short break.
Hi everyone, my name is Lydia Yamaguchi. I'm one of the co-founders of Storytime with Mr. Lamata way back in 2020, and I am so glad that you are here to enjoy this story today. We love being able to bring these stories to people all over the world, and we hope that you share this with someone that you love too. Before I go, I want to remind you to drink some water today, move your body in a way that feels good, be kind to yourself, and be kind to someone else too. Again, thank you so much for being here. We love it, and enjoy this story. Thanks again.
All right, thank you. Coming to you from the birthday girl today, Lydia Yamaguchi, with a wonderful message there. Remember, please hydrate. Do everything that you can to stay healthy. Let us remember those little things. Sometimes just a hat or your sunscreen or whatever else that is needed. Please keep those reminders. Maybe set an alarm or something that will remind you to do something that helps keep you healthy. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime, and thank you, Lydia Yamaguchi, for that message this morning. Our favorite day coming up from Candlewick Press and June 1R. I hope you're ready for this one. I hope you enjoy it. It is a heartwarming one, and I love it so much. Here we go. Isn't that a pretty color? Picture books are just the best. I love them so much. And like we've said before, then somebody said, like, it's a beautiful gallery, and every morning we get to walk through these galleries together. I love it. Our favorite day, written and illustrated by JOOWON OH, and being read with permission of the publishers, Candlewick Press. I want to live here. Yes. Our favorite day. Every morning, Papa wakes up and drinks some tea. That does sound delicious, doesn't it? And relaxing. Every morning, Papa wakes up and drinks some tea. I feel like there's something relaxing about drinking tea than coffee. Coffee makes me feel like, oh, I'm on the rush, I need to go. But I don't know about you. Every morning, Papa wakes up and drinks some tea. Did I skip a page? Of course I did. I'm sorry about that. Every morning, Papa wakes up and drinks some tea. What next? He waters his plants and tidies up. Oh, I need to do that too. He waters his plants and tidies up. Important things. Then he gets dressed and puts on his coat and takes the bus to town. Ah, what's in town? What is your morning routine? Is it similar to Papa's? He waters his plants and tidies up. Then he gets dressed, puts on his coat, and takes the bus to town. Ah. While he walks through town, he has an idea. Oh my goodness, what is the idea? While he walks through town, he has an idea. What is that idea? What do you think it is? Oops. When he gets to the restaurant, he sits down and orders. Oh, and they ask, the usual, Papa? Yes, please, he says. Then he enjoys his favorite lunch, dumplings. Oh, I do love dumplings too. Yes. When he gets to the restaurant, he sits down and orders. Then he enjoys his favorite lunch, dumplings. Raise your hand if you like dumplings too. Oh, yes. I see there's many of us. On his way home, Papa notices some flowers growing along the path. That night, he goes to bed early. It is nice to have an early night every now and then, isn't it? Yep. On his way home, Papa notices some flowers growing along the path. So beautiful. That night, he goes to bed early. Oh. Rest up. Good night. Good night, Papa. The next morning, Papa wakes up, drinks some tea, waters the plants, and tidies up. Then he gets dressed, puts on his coat, and takes the bus to town. Right on time, right on cue. First, he stops at the craft store to pick up a few things. I need some special supplies today, he says. Ah, it must be Thursday, the shopkeeper says. Then he heads to the dumpling house. Ah, 2 orders to go, please. Ah, 2 orders to go. Special supplies from the craft store. What is happening here today? Oh, Papa, tell us about your special day. On his way home, he stops to pick up some flowers. Then he waits. What are you waiting for, Papa? Yes, on his way home, he stops to pick some flowers. Then he waits. Oh my. Papa! Oh, that is beautiful. Yes. I missed you. Me too. I got us some dumplings for lunch. Yay! I love dumplings. Oh, I missed you, Papa. I missed you too. Oh. What are we going to make today, Papa? Let's see what we have here. What do we have? Straws, string, crayons, and polka dot paper. What do you think we could make? Oh my, that's a great question for all of us. What would you make if you had those supplies? And if you have them at home, maybe you can do some crafting later on. What are we going to make today, Papa? Let's see what we have in here. Well, we have straws, string, crayons, and polka dot paper. What do you think we could make? What would you make with that, with those supplies? Oh, fun times at Papa's. Oh my, look at them go. Yay. I love it. Oh, did I hold up that? Let's see. Just a little bit longer so you can see what they're up to. Oh, let's go fly it. That's a great idea. Thursdays are my favorite days. Oh, mine too, sweetheart. Mine too. Oh. Now we know why Thursdays are so special. Yes, Thursdays are my favorite days. Me too. Mine too. Oh, look at that. Maybe you can try it too. Make a kite today. Oh, I love it. Ah, and that is the end of our story for today. Oh my goodness, love it so much. Please join me on the other side of this short break when we come back for more story time.
Hi, my name's Christine Mitchell Adams. I'm a mama and an artist, and I believe that books are a great way for children to have access to the arts on an everyday basis, which is why I believe that programs like Storytime with Mr. LaMotta are so important.
Thank you so much, Kristen Mitchell Adams. Yes, out in Burlington, Vermont. And thank you so much indeed for that wonderful and powerful message to remind us why the arts are so important for all of us. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime and enjoying this wonderful book with us, our favorite day. And yes, it is Thursdays. Thank you so much for joining in. The week is almost over. I hope that you had fun. I hope that your favorite day was here and came, and also maybe it's still coming. What is your favorite day? Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for joining in, and I hope you enjoyed that one. Yes, the beautiful story of Papa and his granddaughter. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Well, tomorrow we're a little more fast-paced. Bring your running shoes as we'll be out trying to match the quickest kid in Clarksville. Thank you so much for joining in. We have a competition to get to. Come ready tomorrow and enjoy this beautiful one coming from a friend of Storytime, Pat Zitlow Miller, and of course Frank Morrison. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope that you can join us tomorrow for this beautiful book. And this one will be coming to you from Chronicle Books of San Francisco. A big thank you indeed today to Candlewick Press for allowing us to join in on the celebrations of this, our favorite day. This one coming to you from JOOWON OH and of course Candlewick Press. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Let us see very quickly who was with us this morning, enjoying that time, that special time together. Let us see who is with us here today. Thank you for joining in. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I hope those reminders were good for you. Please remember, hydrate. Remember to stay healthy. Thank you so much. And if you can get some movement in, I hope that you can do that too. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Yes, I love dumplings too. Me too. I think there's a few of us out there. Thank you so much for joining in today. Absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope that, Storytime helps contribute, make your day a little bit of a favorite day today. Thank you so much for joining in. And I am glad that we're here together. And remember, too, we still have one more day this week together. Tomorrow, join in as we'll be reading The Quickest Kid in Clarksville. Join me for that. But remember, too, that you can find Storytime on our Facebook and YouTube anytime at your convenience. But also remember too that you can catch us at storytimewithmrlamada.com, and of course follow us on Instagram and see what's happening. Storytime. Thank you so much for joining in today. I am glad that you were here with us. This is the cutest, so much heart, love, the cut paper illustrations. Well, thank you so much for joining in. And that specialist knowledge, Marietta, we appreciate you. We love you here on Storytime. Thank you so much for joining in, and I'm glad that you were here with us. Please give my love to Henry as well. Thank you for being here with us, and absolutely appreciate you. And indeed, love seeing you here. And of course, I on down to work, Marietta, on that piece of work that was sent over. I'm loving it, and I saw what you did. I saw what you did with the doghouse. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Thank you indeed one more time. And of course, Sarah and Nathan, thank you for joining us out in sunny and bright Illinois. And thank you for being here indeed with us on Storytime. And Lydia Yamaguchi, good morning to you one more time. And of course, happy birthday to you. Thank you so much for being here with us. Soraya, thank you for being here with us on Storytime. To everybody that joined in today, right now live. And of course, if you're joining us later on for the recordings, we give you nothing but love and big hugs to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting Storytime be a part of your favorite day. Thank you so much for joining in today, and we'll see you again tomorrow for more Storytime. Please take care of yourselves, check in on your loved ones, and have a wonderful day. And remember, if things are not going as planned, we can always pick ourselves up and try again. Thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you for joining in Storytime. Absolutely love it. See if you can find the Storytime initials hidden in the book. Yes, thank you so much for joining in. Love it. Marietta, absolutely appreciate you. To everybody that was joining in Storytime, honestly, my favorite space. Thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate you all. Thank you for the positive vibes. Thank you. I feel like every time I come to Storytime, I add on an extra day to my life. Thank you so much to you, everybody that's joining in. I wish you a wonderful day indeed. Thank you for being here on Storytime. Come ready tomorrow. Bring your running shoes, as we'll be up against the quickest kid in Clarksville, or maybe we'll be working together to get to the end of the race. Thank you so much for joining in today, and I hope to see you again tomorrow for more Storytime. Much love, everybody. See you. Bye-bye.
Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Ooh. Story time. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh. He brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing.